Hey guys, welcome to the garage. This is my 2023 Model Y, and if you're like me, you've always wanted one of those entertainment screens in the rear, just like the Model S and Model X have in there. Well, there's a product here we're going to look at today and get installed in the Model Y that allows us to get a screen in the back seat. Here's our screen here. It retains the same air vent functionality. It still has the same USB ports here and has a nice 8-inch screen that's going to allow for not only like HVAC controls, seat heater controls. It's going to have a lot of different apps available as well. We're going to get this installed in the car, show you the process, and show you how it works. All right, for starters here, we're going to turn the screen off here, power the car down. So under the controls, under safety, we're going to power off. This screen's going to sit right here, so it's going to look really nice in here. So we're going to get a pry tool here and just get it between, and we're just going to pop this trim piece out. All right, I actually didn't even need the pry tool. I just pulled up underneath on the bottom here, pulled up on the sides, and this just came out like that. So that comes out really quickly. Now, one thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to swap over the vent, this vent opening here, as well as the USB ports here, because we're going to reuse those. So, all right, this just has a little clip. Just pull up on the clip, and it pulls right out of the bottom. For this bottom panel, I just got the pry tool underneath here and popped this out a little bit, and okay, that comes off. That exposes the bottom. And then we're going to take this panel off. We're going to take off these two screws right here at the bottom. These are just T20s. So get a T20 screwdriver and back these out. Pull on this part up here. Just give it just kind of a good yank. There's two clips here at the top that go in. You can see where those screws are. So here's our factory piece. Here is the aftermarket piece with the 8-inch screen. And what I do is need to turn it over, and I'm going to transfer these pieces over here. So T20 screws here. Just remove these. Just press the sides of this out, and this just comes out of these clips here on the side. And these are T10 screws, so T10 Torx driver. Removing these two screws, this holds the USB charging port that we're going to take out, just like that, and we're going to transfer that to the new one. So here's our new piece. This just slots in like that, and put the two Torx bit screws back in. Snap this air vent back on here. Now in this part, we need to transfer these metal clips from the factory trim piece to the new screen trim piece. So we just pry these off with a screwdriver and then clip these back on to the screen piece. We're ready to get the wiring harness installed. We just have to clip in this white piece into this small box here. We can then take this into the car, and we can take these white plugs and we'll splice it into the existing harness. This is the way the screen gets all the information from the factory screen. So we unplug this blue clip, and then we plug in the white clip into this, and then we plug the other white end back into the blue plug. I want to now route the wires from the harnesses back up to the top and get this panel ready to get put back into place. With the panel back in, I can put the screws back in. Here's the wire for our passenger side. It's going to sit right against here, and it's going to come out of the bottom of this panel into the passenger seat. And then I've got this clip here. We're just going to push that against there as tight as we can. We've got this screwed back in. The bottom panel is just going to snap back on. The cord's just barely poking out right there, and it's ready just to go right under tuck it right under the seat rail there. We're going to take this screw out. This little bracket's going to fit right here to help support the screen. So this is also a T20. Bracket fits in like that. There is a little hole a little notch that it fits in. Tighten the screw. There's two plugs that plug into the back of the screen here. One is this USB plug. This is the original factory plug. And then this is the new plug here. This is going to plug into this harness. So we're just going to connect these two. Make sure that it's not blocking that this excess cord on the top is not blocking the vent, so it goes around the side like that. So now I'm just going to snap this piece back into place. Snaps in with clips and snaps around the edges of it. And the final mounting step is we're just going to put this little set screw into that bracket we installed. This is going to keep the screen nice and steady and secure. It's not going to move around. There's a little cover that comes with it, and that just snaps on just like that. The screen is now installed. Everything is good to go. There's one part that I didn't install, and there's a cable down here. This goes to the front passenger seat that plugs in so that the rear passengers here can adjust this passenger seat. Now, I don't want my kids fiddling with that, so mainly I'm going to have kids ride back here, so I don't really want that feature. But if you do, you just simply plug this into the control panel on the side of the seat here. It just splices in with the connector, and you're able to then control the seat from the screen. I like the look of this. It really fits nicely. It looks like it's a factory OEM piece. Still have great use of the air vents. The air vents still have plenty of room to blow the air or heat out of there. We've got our USB charging, so this looks like it's a factory OEM piece. The screen also looks really good. Let's take a look at some of the features here on this screen. So we push on this power button here. This is where we can adjust temperature side to side out of each vent. We can adjust the fan, or we can just turn it on auto. So that's our home screen. We do have settings that we can adjust some of the settings of this. This is like an Android device that has, apps built in, has a nice touch screen to it. This bottom button here under the seats, we can adjust the seat heating. So this is where you could adjust the seats if you have that plugged in. I like that my kids can now turn on their own heated seats. So all 3 levels of heated seats, each of the seats across the back, all have that. If they're all on, you can push this button here to close and it turns them all off. Now under this button here on the steering wheel, this is going to give me control over what's playing on the main screen here. So if you have music playing, you want to adjust the volume. This is how you would do that: volume up, volume down, track forward, track back, stop or play. So the back seat person has the ability to adjust what's playing in the main car. Under music here, there's some preloaded MP3s on there. You could download some stuff to that if you want to. Here's the kind of the theater thing you need to be aware of. I was hoping that this would tie into my main screen's LTE service, and it does not. So this needs to have its own Wi-Fi service, and you can tether that from your phone. So for example, let's say you have kids in the back and they want to watch Netflix. Now currently this is on I'm at home in my garage. You can have Netflix or any of these apps play, if you have a Wi-Fi signal, which I do at home. If I'm not at home, though, I can tether from my phone. So my phone has unlimited hotspotting. I could just connect this to my phone, and then my kids could watch a movie back here. So that is one thing you have to be aware of, is that this does not have its own Wi-Fi signal. It has to get Wi-Fi from somewhere. It cannot use the cars, so probably using your phone is going to be the best way to do that. This button right here is the apps button, and you can download apps. So if you go into the Google Play, we can download apps. Now there's some apps, for example, like this one here, for example, word search. I downloaded this the other day. My kids have been playing this. This can be played offline. So there's a lot of apps that you can get that don't need Wi-Fi, and those are kind of fun. So that way, kids, you don't have to have your phone tethered to it. It can be played without Wi-Fi service. But here you can download other apps. It has Google Chrome. It has a few apps already installed in here. You can download games, and my kids have chosen a few things to download. And then this is how you adjust the volume of what's being played here. Now this is a view from the top. The speaker, this has a built-in speaker, and sound comes out of here. So if kids are playing a game or watching a show, it's going to come out of these speakers here. It does have an input here, a slot for memory card, and then you have also a USB-C port right here as well. So I do like the interface. It responds well. You can get some good apps on here. It provides for some rear screen entertainment, and if you have kids riding in the back and they want to do something, watch something while they're driving, this is a good way to do that. So once you leave the app, then you can then change the volume right here. This volume button's not available outside, or while you're inside one of these apps, for example. This is a cool accessory that goes along with this rear screen. Now this is not included, this is a separate accessory, but I want to show you how cool these little charging cords are. This is the quick charging data cord, and it comes in various different applications. So it comes for the USB-C or the Lightning version. So if you have an older iPhone or newer iPhone or an Android device, you can charge your car. The cool thing is it looks like a mini Tesla mobile connector when it's plugged in, and it's a 90-degree angle, so it's not going to be broken off. Let me show you how cool these look when they're plugged into the car. So the ports on these on the back of the Model Y under the vents here are USB-C. So this part here will plug in just like that. It lights up green, so it looks really cool. Matches the inside of the car, and then I can just plug in an iPhone. For example, this is the Lightning version. This one right here, this is the Lightning cord. This one has the green light that lights up when it's plugged in. So these are a great accessory. I especially like these because they're a 90-degree angle. The other ones are going to go in straight, And when someone's getting into the back of the car, their leg or their knee could hit this and break it off. These are nice, slim, low profile. They look really cool. They look like a Tesla OEM charger. So this is a great accessory. So grab you one of these screens, pick up 2 of these charging cables to put in back here, and this will be a great addition to your back seat. All right, guys, this is a great accessory for the Model Y. Even for the older Model 3s that don't have this accessory, this fits nicely in the back. It's engineered very well. It fits great back there. It looks great. It looks like an OEM piece back there. I like this big 8-inch screen that it has. I like that I retained my USB charging ports. The air vents are unobstructed. Rear passengers can easily use the climate controls, the seat heaters. They can watch videos. They can play on apps. You do have to have a Wi-Fi signal that the screen can pick up, but we've been able to successfully use that with our kids when they're watching in the back. They're just able to stream that. We're able to hotspot our phones, and they're able to use it just fine. And I especially like these USB charging cords that look like mini Tesla mobile connectors. Those are awesome, so pick some of those up. So a big shout out to Tesery. Tesery.com has some great accessories for your Tesla, so check out their website. See the links to these products down below. Guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.